Now, some people's personal circumstances mean they need a helping hand, whether that's a journey to the nearest village market, somewhere safe to stay for a while, or a listening ear. Our Kim Yeon-seung went to Chungcheongnam-do Province and other places in Seoul to meet people who have selflessly offered to help those in need.
Tucked in the southernmost part of Chungcheongnam-do Province is Seocheon-gun County. Many of the residents there are elderly and have spent their whole lives as farmers. 85-year-old Na Jeong-soon is one of them. Years of outdoor labor have left her with chronic back and knee pain, but getting from her isolated village to the doctor's clinic in town can be a daunting task.
그 전에는 혹시 읍내 병원 어떻게 가셨어요?
그중에는 하러 가서나 버스 타고 갔죠.
어디 버스 보통 어디 있어요?
저 아래 내려가면 있어요.
2km 넘어 2km.
근데 다리 불편하시고 그러신데 저기 어떻게 2km까지 혼자 걸어가셨어요?
그때는 그냥 이 차가 없으니까 댕겼죠.
But that was before the Hope Taxi came along. Hope Taxi is Seocheon-gun County's welfare policy to provide comfortable and affordable transport to the elderly residents of remote farming villages. Cab drivers come into the villages 2 to 4 times a week to give the villagers a ride into town or to the market.
So usually a cab ride from this village to out to a town in Seocheon would cost around $25. But a ride on this Hope Taxi only costs less than $1.50.
A ride to the market out in Hansamyeon costs even less. A single 101 coin, worth about 9 cents, is enough for the ride.
어머님에게 희망 택시란?
자식보다 오히려 더 좋다고 생각해야지. 자식은 멀리 떨어져 있으니까 나 쓰고 싶을 때 못 쓰잖아요. 가고 싶은데 못 가고, 가고 싶은 시장 또 병원 못 가고. 그렇지만 이 택시는 그냥 간 게 얼마나 좋아요.
희망 택시가 없으면 어땠을 것 같으신지요?
희망 택시 없으면 진짜 막막하지요. 희망 택시 없으면 너무 막막하고 지금 마을 버스라는 게 생겼는데 그거 타고 다녀도 내 이르는 시간하고 안 맞아서 힘들어. 그런 게 잘 못 나가.
이 희망 택시를 자주 다 이용하시나요?
네, 거의 다 하지. 이제 연대 드시는 다 80 넘는 사람들 가려면 이 희망 택시를 이용하지요.
We met the team behind this vital taxi service.
We started the service in July 2013 and kept it going for 9 years. We were the first to start the service in the country because we noticed many of the aging residents were having difficulties with transportation. Now we've expanded the service to some 40 villages and around 40,000 people use it each year.
Local cab drivers benefit from the Hope Taxi too. Once a month, they take the receipts to the local town office and get paid the difference. This guarantees them an extra $250 a month.
The elderly are used to save money, so they try to walk everywhere and sometimes even don't use the bus to save money. It's not easy for those people to pay all the cab fare. I feel proud to become the hands and feet of those elderly, and they're always so grateful.
And those taxis aren't the only vehicles spreading hope to those in need.
Yeobyul is a Korean word that means a star that briefly shines on a rainy day. Now here's a bus named the Yeobyul bus, which shines out as a beacon of hope for teenage runaways during their darkest of days.
Every week from Tuesday to Friday, the bus stops around Seoul and waits for at-risk youths in the area. It's an attempt to offer a small piece of solace to the roughly 120,000 teenagers who run away from home every year. To those who need it, the bus offers help and a temporary shelter.
The Seoul Metropolitan Youth Outreach Center first started in 1991, and we've been doing this ever since. It slightly differs, but about 100 to 120 teenagers visit us every week.
The officials said that most of the youths who visit the bus are aged 13 to 19 and have been victims of abuse and neglect. He said that it's not always easy for these kids to reach out for help. So this bus stops at conspicuous locations to provide them with anything they might need. from therapy and medical supplies to snacks, food, entertainment, warm clothes, and extra juice.
There was a teenager who was out of school and had run away from home. We provided therapy for about 6 months until she finally returned home. Now she's in her 20s and living her life, but back then, I could see her recovering and finding stability every week. That was my proudest moment.
Rather than moving around, here's a person who stayed in the same place for 27 years, answering cries for help. Im Mi-sun is a pharmacist and a licensed social worker in the Hwar-Gokjeong area of Seongbuk-gu district. The area is more commonly known as Myeari, Texas, one of the few remaining red light districts in Seoul. Her small pharmacy is right in the center of the neighborhood and also serves as a library and even as a place of therapy.
When you're here long enough, you make friends. When they come to buy meds, I remember them and ask them, "What happened to your hand? When did you get hurt? Do you feel okay? Do you have indigestion?" I ask, check, and care about their condition and also offer therapy. I tell them it's not their fault and that they can lead a good life.
She says that many who work here have fallen through the cracks of the system, like single mothers, orphans, and North Korean defectors. Because of their line of work, many of the women here have nowhere else to turn for help other than this pharmacy. And although they are vulnerable to violence or crime, they often refuse medical attention or help from the authorities.
10 years ago, there was a friend who had a rare cancer in her tongue. But because the doctor kept asking her what she did for a living, she couldn't say the truth. She refused to go to the hospital. Also, when drunk people come and make a scene, these women often can't really call the police because what they do is illegal. I often call the police for them.
Because she is always there to help, some even call her the angel of Myeari, Texas.
What kind of angel would be this fat? I wouldn't be able to fly away even if I had wings. I just like it here and like my life this way.
She said she's currently sponsoring a single mother and her child, and it's her goal in life to work 15 more years until that child goes to college. Until then, the women of Hwar-Gokjeong will always have a friendly face they can turn to for help. Kim Yeon-seung, Arirang News.